Hello there everybody, What Culture's Adam Cleary here, just popping over from the wrestling channel for a little bit to talk to you about some music stuff. Now I don't know if you're aware of this, but last night there was this thing called WrestleMania, kind of a big deal in our sort of circle, over in the US of A in front of 0,000 screaming fans, and in its main event was none other than The Undertaker, or that strange man with the Limp Bizkit song, as you might know him. Now, as well as ever competing in and winning the first ever Boneyard match, because wrestling is just incredibly weird, he also debuted a brand new entrance theme, Now That We're Dead, from rock music newcomers Metallica. Wait. Yes, last night saw the very exciting return of his American Badass gimmick, which sees him stop pretending to be a undead zombie mortician thing and instead just be a major fan of Harley Davidson's. And when he is in that character, he normally comes down to the ring, or in this case, the Boneyard, to a famous rock or metal track. And last night, the Metallica one was brand new. Now, I've got to hold my hands up here, I don't really know too much about Metallica, but thankfully we employ Scott Tailford, a man whom, if you cut him, he would bleed the noise, ha ha! And I asked him about the track, and he just said, Hetfield wrote it for his wife after rehab. It was meant to be this whole we can live forever, even in death thing. Was for the last album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. One of the better ones on there, yeah. The Kirk solo is canny on it, kinda chuggy, sad but true feel. Hope that means something to you, because it doesn't really to me. That said though, it did fit the character absolutely perfectly. He came riding on his motorcycle through the darkness with that track behind him, and then when he won, he stuck his hand up in the air and all the flames went up and there was a laser Undertaker symbol for some reason, and he rode off to it again. It was about as perfectly pitched a song as he's ever had. But he has had other songs. So that's like a little news video for you, but as a special treat, and because I've got absolutely nothing else to do this afternoon, I'm going to tack on a little list video onto the end of this where I just tell you what other songs he used to have, because it's interesting to me. And it might be interesting to you, who knows. So with that in mind, my name is Adam Cleary, and these are all 4 rock songs The Undertaker has ever used as his entrance theme. Number 4, American Badass by Kid Rock. Yeah, long story short here, The Undertaker was out injured for ages when he was said zombie mortician, and he returned in the year 2000 with this like, I'm a biker now, I'm scary, and wrestling's far more real persona, and he did it to Kid Rock's American Badass, which you may or may not know is like a sample of Metallica's Sad But True. Was part of a bigger WWE partnership with Kid Rock, because he came out and he performed it on Raw, and then Undertaker would come down on his bike and he'd be like, yeah, America, and stuff like that. And it was the dawning of a new era for the character. He was big, scary dad on wheels. It was iconic for a very, very short amount of time, but it didn't actually last all that very long. Number 3, Rollin', Limp Bizkit. Yeah, this is where the whole thing really started to click for him, because after a couple of months he swapped the Kid Rock song for Rollin' by Limp Bizkit, just as Limp Bizkit were becoming the biggest band on the entire planet and Rollin' becoming the biggest song on the entire planet. It just worked better as well because the guy was on a motorbike, and of course that Kid Rock song's a bit chuggy, like, yeah, I'm a bad, it's like for driving along with your arm out the window of a truck, not for like, on a motorbike, whereas of course Rollin' is like proper motorbike music. And to be fair, there was no more iconic moment for WWE in the year 2000, sort of, than Limp Bizkit playing this song live at WrestleMania as he went down that entire 45-mile long ramp at about 1,000,000 miles an hour. That was absolutely everything about the Attitude Era for the company building up to this one spectacle. Number 2, Ain't No Grave, Johnny Cash. Now it's a bit of a technicality this one because he never formally adopted this song as his entrance music, but he did use it for one very special WrestleMania. He was back to being his undead self at the time, so he was coming out to the whole Undertaker organ stuff, but for WrestleMania as a special treat they let him use Ain't No Grave by Johnny Cash, which really did fit the whole mood of the time absolutely perfectly. Now, if you'd like to go and watch this and relive that lovely moment, I'm afraid that you can't, because for some reason WWE never properly got the licensing for it, and while they played it in the venue at the event and live at the time, all the videos of the match since, they've just overdubbed his usual music. So if you were there, then remember it and how good it was, and if you weren't, imagine it. Number 1, Now That We're Dead, Metallica. Yes, as recently debuted at WrestleMania 36, this is the brand new Metallica one that, and let's see if I can remember all this, James Hetfield wrote it for his wife while he was in rehab so he could be together all the time, kind of thing, and it's off Hardwired to Self-Destruct, and it's got a chuggy vibe. Kirk has a good solo in it, and it sounds a bit like Sad But True. I think that's what Scott said. So there you have it, there's a news and a list all rolled into one because I've been in this house for 18 days now. Let me know what you made of it all in the comments below. Of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, if you like wrestling and this is your thing, go join us over on the wrestling channel, because we do loads of it there. It's all we do there, in fact. That's why it's called the wrestling channel. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I have, of course, been Adam Cleary. Yes, slightly delirious. Thank you for asking, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.